Kakenuke 青春 Sparking.
So, like, who won?
おはよう、お兄ちゃん。
4 times. They said it 4 fucking times. Adorable. Yeah. Why do you think why do you think Ritsu... What am I saying? Why do you think I wouldn't think Ritsu would be your best girl? Shiori is cute too. But like... yeah. Morning, Ritsu. I walked downstairs wearing a t-shirt I wore in place of traditional pajamas. I had gotten way too little sleep.
お兄ちゃん、大丈夫？すっごいやつれてるよ。
Maybe I pushed myself too hard because work and studying for tests. Between work and studying for tests. Adorable. Oh, so now you're seeing... You said Shiori was your best girl. Now you're... Man, I only slept about 3 hours last night. Only 3 hours? Bro. Same! I also only slept 3 hours. I fucking hate Mega. Because... I literally only slept 3 hours because I had to wait for Mega to fucking upload MML. It took so fucking long, bro. The late night shift really was brutal. And see, this guy actually worked. Me, I stayed up because of... Never mind.
またそんな無理して。お兄ちゃん、体壊したら元も子もないんだよ。
I said I couldn't choose and then Ritsu came on screen last stream before you ended. Yeah, I know. No, I just had trouble falling asleep last night. I didn't have that much trouble. Since I couldn't pass out anyway, I figured I'd hunker down at my desk. Oh, so he studied.
そこ、まだ痛いの?
Hey, a girl shouldn't be pointing at a guy's crotch, you know. She was anything but subtle. All the women I'd been in contact with recently didn't have a single ounce of shame. Yeah. Yeah.
だって心配なんだもん。顔には擦り傷作ってくるし。
It's not that bad. I'll be better in no time. See, at least with the rocket that hit his balls, at least his balls had protection, right? It was covered by his genes, right? So you know, it wouldn't get scratched. As for my peanuts, that would probably also be okay. Please let it be okay. I beg you.
響ちゃんには悪いけど、お兄ちゃんにはアクティブが向いてないんだよ。
I couldn't agree more. Thank you, Ritsu. I wasn't the sort of... Shut up! I wasn't the sort of youth who could live so boisterously. However, for one brief moment while we were screwing around on the beach, I was smiling.
鹿島先輩のボランティア部にしたら?
No, I'm not going to join any clubs.
バイトは少し減らしてお友達と交流しようよ。兄がどんどん擦り切れていくみたいで、妹は心配なの。
Running around on the beach? Yeah, he was running away from a rocket. 2 rockets.
私もバイトするからね。
I can't ask you to do that. I'll at least keep this up until you get married. To him. I mean, what? They're keeping up with my studies while prioritizing income. What was that juice thing? Was it tasty? What was this juice thing? Was it tasty? That was the way of life Tono Yu had chosen.
私のこと大事にしてくれるのは嬉しいんだけど、私はお兄ちゃんにも人並みの青春を楽しんでほしいよ。
Fine, really.
お兄ちゃん、ボランティア部なら股間痛くはならないよ。
Don't look at him like that when you're talking about his fucking balls, alright? That's not the issue. I appreciated her concern, but I wish she'd stop talking about my peanuts already.
ボランティア部の活動にも一度くらい顔出してあげたら？鹿島先輩も神楽坂先輩もお兄ちゃんのこと思ってるよ。
I'm aware of that, but
ほら、体験入部とかちょっとだけでもさ。
this is all ages. Yeah, it's all ages. It could be a waste of time since I'm not joining. Nope, not happening. It would be a waste of time, since I'm not joining.
響ちゃんのアクティブには昨日行ったのに。
And that's because Kaido dragged me there by force. It has the peanuts word. Yeah.
お兄ちゃん、カイドウ先輩に連れて行かれて無理やり股間を。
Leave my peanuts alone.
私の大切なお兄ちゃんが怪我された。
Ritsu yelled bright red in the face. You're making this sound much worse than it is. It is by cherry-picking parts of the story. But making it worse than it is by cherry-picking parts of the story. See what I mean, Dexter? Don't tee me.
いやー、要約するとそんな感じかなって思って。
Do you want me to be defiled?
そんなことあるはずないよ。
Whoa. She grabbed onto my shoulders. It hurt a little.
お兄ちゃんが怪我されるなんてことがあったら大変だよ。
What would happen then?
お兄ちゃんのもらい手がなくなっちゃう。あ、でもお兄ちゃんには私がいるからね。大丈夫だからね。
Nah. My sister, that sort of passionate argument of yours really puts me in a tight spot.
とにかくお兄ちゃんはもっと平和にいろんな人と交流するべきです。
I get where you're coming from. But I could care less about club-related activities.
マイアには頑固だな。
You think so? I was pretty sure I was making the optimal choice.
そうだよ。鈍いんだから。みんなお兄ちゃんのことは気にかけてくれてるのに。それに、私にお嫁に行けとか言うし。
That's not what I meant. I just want you to be happy.
私の幸せはお嫁に行くことなの？
Being married to your brother, yes. Shiori then Ritsu for their routes. But like on VNDB, Ritsu is a main character. I thought it was your dream to be an adorable bride.
そうだけど。
Well, then go find a good guy and get married already.
もう、やっぱり鈍感。
If you could do Ritsu's route first, sure.
妹心。女心が分かってないよ。
I'm not into romance, so I don't need to understand.
してよ。してください。お願いします。
She bowed her head firmly. Huh? Why do you sound so desperate?
だって。
Saying because doesn't help. Here, pick your head up. Ritsu reluctantly lifted her head.
とにかくお兄ちゃんはもっと楽してよ。お友達とも遊んで部活して。私も一緒に行ってあげるから体験入部ね。
Ritsu was really pushing for me to take advantage of my... You know what? I was gonna say, I respect the game for not saying the word youth for every fucking 3 minutes, and then he and then youth. As her older brother, I couldn't exactly turn my little sister down when she was pushing me this hard. I don't know if I read that. Richard was really pushing for me to take advantage of my youth. Damn it. Fine. But only for a couple of hours.
やったー！兄、男前田のクラッカー！
What? Knock it off with the ancient jokes.
よーし、兄にご褒美。朝ごはん、してあげるね。
No, thank you. Was that typical behavior for siblings?
兄、冷たい。
I'm normal. Normal. She cared about me too much. We needed to work on her attachment issues, otherwise her future would be at stake. I know. It's kind of like Uta from My Klutzy Cupid. For that to happen, I needed to get my act together.
皆さん、マイ兄、連れてきました
Hey, Ritsu dragged me along, and I reluctantly made an appearance of the negative.
トーナくん、りっちゃん、入部おめでとうございます。
What? Wait, we're not celebrating anything. This was simply a trial period.
Congratulations, my friend!
I don't know, I don't think I want to be in a club with Shinji. They popped party poppers and gave me a round of applause upon entering. They welcomed me with open arms.
やっとこの日が来ましたね。毎晩黒いノートにトーナくんの名前を書き続けた甲斐がありました。
Listen, Kashima, that was a fucking... Was that a Death Note reference? She specifically says Black Notebook.
何ですか？
It sounds like you're celebrating, so stop. That was heavy, President.
俺は信じてたぞ。信じだったけに。
By the way, what are you up to today?
俺は信じてたぞ。信じだったけに。
I only have 2 hours or so free.
信じただけに。
Shut up! Are you that desperate? My best friend's sense of humor was horrendous.
今日は海岸でゴミ拾いをすることになっています。
Wait, you have club meetings off campus?
はい。実は学園側から要請がありまして。
Did I read that right? Yeah.
最近、一部の我が校の心ない生徒たちが海岸にゴミを捨てるとか。近隣の方から苦情が来てるそうなのです。
Oh, there are some real troublemakers around here. Because of them, my day would be spent picking up trash. It was inexcusable to pollute Kazumi City's oceans, especially when it was a known tourist attraction. If I spotted anyone doing that today, I would report them without hesitation.
昨日なんか特にひどかったらしいな。
ですね。私も同じ学園の生徒の行いだとは思いたくないのですが。
What happened?
砂浜にペットボトルの破片が散乱してたらしいぞ。
Oh no! What could have... Surely it has nothing to do with the rockets. Huh?
普通に捨てるだけでも許せんのに、わざわざバラバラにして撒き散らされてたんだと。
I feigned ignorance when I heard Shinji vent about the situation. Oh crap. We forgot to clean up after ourselves yesterday. Listen, you. It's not your fault, alright? You were writhing in pain. It was all them. It was all their fault, alright? They were the ones who had to clean up. You were dying, alright? And had to go to work, you know?
みんなの海を汚すなんて許せませんよね。もし犯人を見つけたら直ちに通報しましょう。
Yeah, let's report those culprits. You don't need to go that far. I pacified the enraged president. I bet it was out of the perpetrator's hand. Oh, it was out of your hands. Hibiki, Nagiko, Shiori, they were all fine, alright? They could have easily cleaned it up, alright? Such as 2 bottle rockets crashing into someone and knocking him out, for instance. That someone being me.
遠野くん、どうしてそんなに汗をかいてるんですか？
I'm not sweating. I'm just sympathizing with the culprits. All right, there's nothing. I have nothing to do with it.
口調も硬いよ。
Nuh-uh. What the hell do you mean? Nuh-uh.
めっちゃ硬いわ。お前、大丈夫か？
もし体調が悪いなら、遠野くんは休んでいただいても。
No, I'll do it. I'll totally do it. I'll clean up like crazy. In fact, please let me do it. I bowed my head deeply to Kashima. My heart ached from guilt.
まあ、なんということでしょう。遠野くんがこんなにも奉仕活動に積極的に。
You fucking blinded me. Kashima's smile was as bright as the sun. Was she a saint?
お兄ちゃん、突然どうしたの？
I mean, like, she made a club specifically to clean up trash. Like, you know, it's a good contender for her saintly status.
まるで別人みたいだぞ、ユウ。
Anyway, I'll take responsibility for going around and picking up just the bottle pieces.
お兄ちゃん、空き缶や海藻とかもあるんだけど。
I'll take care of that too. Alright, let's go. I left the club room with a recyclable waste collection bag in my hand.
遠野くん、どうしてペットボトルにこだわってるんでしょう？
No reason.
もしかして、過去に何かトラウマが？
How can Ritsu still not... Does Ritsu still not know?
きっと何かの伏線ですよ、鹿島先輩。そのトラウマを私たちが癒すことで。はい、お兄ちゃんはボランティア部に入部です。
But also, like, Ritsu was not part of negative until now, right? Hang on. Because, like... Did that break the fourth wall? Hang on. Where is it? Wait for it. Wait. I went too far. Yeah. She said both names. Alright, Tono Rid-chan. Congratulations on joining our club. They mentioned foreshadowing. Okay, and foreshadowing exists without the use of fourth wall. The fourth wall breaks.
Yatta!
Okay.
どんな伏線だよ。
なかなか終わりませんね。
3.5 wall break. No, that doesn't exist. Whoa!
海藻って思った以上に磯臭いな。
I didn't expect a fucking swimsuit sprite. Also, Shinji doesn't have nipples.
ペットボトル担当のお兄ちゃんはどう？
It never ends. I looked down and answered as I focused on the rubbish.
先は長そうだね。 喉乾いてきちゃった。
Oh, you didn't hear that.
りっちゃん、スポーツドリンクがありますよ。あ、本当ですか？ありがとうございます。はい、どうぞ。冷たい。
When I looked up, I found two girls having fun in their swimsuits. Why are they in their swimsuits? By the way, I thought they were just cleaning on the beach. It's not like they were going into the water. Unless they are. Dolphin and hairpin. Yeah. Shinji and I were wearing our swimsuits as well. Dolphins are horny. Oh, shut up. If you were to ask me why we were dressed like this way. Now that I take a good look, it is pretty terrible.
そうですね。ゴミ掃除の要請が来るのも納得です。
どうしてゴミなんか捨てるかね。まったく。
Yeah, it doesn't make sense in Japan. Japanese people are very good at not littering. It extends as far as the water too. Ah, okay, that's why.
できる限りは拾っていきましょう。
But all the way over there?
はい、見える範囲は。
Isn't it stupidly wet?
濡れますね。
I have the type of constitution where I can't work up any strength if I get wet.
そうなんですか？
Honestly, same. If it's fucking raining out, like my motivation is down the drain. When I'm not when I'm indoors, obviously. When I'm fucking on Saturdays when I'm working with my dad.
何バカなこと言ってるの。大丈夫です。ちゃんと用意してあります。
Huh?
今回学園に依頼をくれた方は海の家の管理をされているそうでして。
Ah, they were given free swimsuits.
更衣室を自由に使ってもいいと許可をいただいています。なので着替えましょう。
Huh?
水着なら濡れても問題ありません。
Swimsuits.
さあ、トーナくん、着替えましょう。
No, I don't have a swimsuit with me anyway.
ご心配なく。
Huh?
兄の水着は私が持ってきたよ。
Oh, they don't get free swimsuits. They just bring their own and then change in the... Okay. Of course Ritsu did. Why wouldn't she? What?
ありがとう、りっちゃん。いえいえ、お安いご用です。
You're both dirty. You plotted this out the whole time, didn't you?
人聞き悪いな。準備万端の妹を褒めるべきでしょ。
Where did you store your swimsuits? The swimsuits, Ritsu.
ほらほら、早く着替えて、ゴミ拾い始めよ。
Where's your bag?
頑張る兄へのご褒美は、かわいいかわいい妹の水着姿だよ。どうしたの？
That's the reward for Dexter. That takes all the excitement out of it.
なんで？
Wouldn't it be kind of bad to get turned on by my sister? All ages game, by the way.
いいじゃん、興奮すれば。むしろ興奮してよ。
All ages game, by the way. What the hell are you saying?
まあまあや、いいじゃねえか。
Don't enable her. Huh?
更衣室はあっちだぜ。
Hey, don't drag me. Shinji, I'll trip.
神楽坂くん、楽しそうで何よりです。私たちも着替えちゃいましょうか。そうですね。兄を納札しなくっちゃ。りっちゃん、目的が変わってます。
And there you have it.
遠野くんもどうぞ。水分取ってください。
Is Shinji gay? Look, just because he makes a lot of gay jokes doesn't mean he's gay. Until he is. What? Thanks, but I'll save it for later. I continue picking up trash. I had a reason to be here after all.
ダメですよ。ちゃんと休憩を取らないと。
Bro, the only reason you wanted to be here is to fucking clean up the evidence of what happened yesterday. Kashima approached me while wearing her swimsuit. Right.
倒れてしまっては元も子もありません。夏の日差しは危険なんですよ。
Yeah. As far as I was concerned, Kashima was way more dangerous at the moment.
遠野くん、どうかしたんですか？
Just keep staring just keep staring, you. Nope, not at all.
でもちょっと落ち着かないみたいです。
Of course I'd be frazzled with all that cleavage pointed at me.
アニメ、私にはそっけないくせに。
Do you think the difference is that Riri is not related to him? Huh?
鹿島先輩にはデレデレしちゃってさ。
そうだそうだ、俺というものがありながら。
Like I said, just because Shinji makes a lot of gay jokes doesn't mean he's gay. Having you two around is a relief. Having you two around is a relief. Ritsu was flat and Shinji's a man. Shinji was a man? What do you mean was? What happened?
遠野くん、私とは仲良くしてくれないんですか？
It's nothing like that.
本当ですか？
Too close. Way too defenseless.
遠野くんが目を合わせてくれません。
Yeah, he keeps staring at my tits for some reason. I wish he understood how difficult it was for me to be in this situation. Otherwise, I would wind up leaning forward and gazing at her from afar. Anyway, could we drop the subject and get this over with? I surveyed my surroundings again. It never ends! There's a crazy amount of plastic bottles out here. I had picked up the 10 garbage bags worth so far. I felt stupid for getting so flustered, thinking I needed to destroy the evidence as quickly as possible. Yeah!
少しずつ減ってますよ。頑張りましょう。
No, they did clean up. What you're cleaning up is another group of people who just so happen to also want to shoot bottle rockets the same day and also ended up in the same predicament as you of one of them getting hit in the head and the balls by the bottle rockets and them exploding. Kashima, you're amazing.
Huh?
The amount of trash you've picked up is on another level.
私部長ですから。
Right, I haven't done the hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate. Kashima held her chest up with pride. Yep. She really did have some fine assets. Thanks for the stretch.
綺麗になると気持ちいいじゃないですか。
Well, yeah, of course.
私だけじゃなく、皆さん喜んでくれますよね。
Well, it doesn't feel awful anyway.
ほら、いいことずくめじゃないですか。
Kashima was pure. The thought of being compensated for her efforts likely never even crossed her mind.
遠野くん、
Oh, no, it's nothing.
疲れたら遠慮なく言ってくださいね。
I'm fine, really. I've got more than enough energy to spare.
さすがは私の師匠です。
That's not relevant to this at all. That's not relevant to this, is it?
そんなことありませんよ。
Her smile was more charming than usual. Do you prefer black lingerie on a lolly or white or grey? Black? Because Bro, black lingerie on a body as pale as fucking like Riri, right? The contrast though. As for why, it had to be because of that. What about Gray? Gray's boring. What do you? Gray's boring. No one wants Gray. What do you mean? Cosmo had an incredible figure. She stuck out in all the right places and was thin everywhere that counted. Who would know she was, who knew she was so astounding underneath her uniform?
さあ、遠野くん。一緒に頑張ってゴミ拾いしましょう。
Dark gray, slightly better, but like, it's not black. Yeah, sounds good. We went back to collecting trash. One thing in particular piqued my curiosity. Hey, Kashima.
何ですか?
Brown? It could work, but like, no. Why do you put so much effort into volunteering?
前にも言いましたけど、私、笑顔が嬉しいんです。
Pink could work.
私がボランティア活動を好きな理由は、皆さんの笑顔なんですよ。
That makes sense.
皆さんが喜んでくれると、私も嬉しいんです。
Purple? No. Purple is more of a mature color. You get what I mean? Purple, I can't see on a lolly. On a MILF, though, I could see purple. The same thing with red, right? Isn't black mature? No. Black is... I don't know how to say this. Black is... seductive? Yeah, something like that. I mean, it's the same as red, but it's like... Why black is better is the contrast, right? It's not like... It's... Okay. Black on a white pale lolly, right? White on a tanned lolly, right? Nagatoro would look fucking great in white bikini, right? Especially with the tan lines. That's all I'm gonna say. She could be serious for the sake of others. White is nice too on a pale lolly. But like, it's too much. Right? It's the... that reasoning suited Kashima.
ですから、遠野くんも笑顔になってくれたら嬉しいです。
So pink? I already said pink was good. Pink is a good choice. Huh? That includes me.
もちろんです。
Would be the best lighter color. Yellow? Who? Yellow. I don't think so. I don't think Nah, I don't think so.
する方もされる方も笑顔になれる。
Cause like when you're
それがボ
saying
ランティアの真髄です。
when you're saying colors, you're specifically referring to if they wear a bikini that is only that one color. Orange. Ooh. Orange could work better than yellow. Yellow's too bright. Right? I'm specifically referring to pale lolly, that's why. Rainbow? Okay, well now you're going too far with it. Like what do you mean rainbow? Like you can't just have every color on a bikini. That wouldn't work.
遠野くんもボランティア部で一緒に笑顔になりましょう。
When she said that while wearing that getup, I couldn't help but waver.
やっぱりダメでしょうか。
Like the pattern of color. You mean like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet? Right? I guess could work, but like it could also be too much. Girl swimsuits were no fair. Like tie-dye? Yeah, that's what I mean. It could work, but it could also be too much. I couldn't help but nod on reflex.
私、諦めませんからね。
Yeah. For now, we should focus on cleaning up. I played it off and got back to work. Stuff other than plastic bottles included. Wait, I found a large glass jar. It didn't look broken, so I brushed off the sand and... There's something inside. What is it?
何どうしたの？
Best gradient color for a pale lolly... Panties. Specifically panties. What do you... Black and pink? I couldn't tell you. I can't imagine the best gradient. I picked up something strange. I was like, I don't know why I was debating so much on if orange could work when Ritsu is fucking wearing orange. Black and pink for 2 colors. Yeah, but I'm thinking of the gradient specifically, right? I handed the glass jar to Kashima.
これ、ボトルメールみたいですね。
Black and gray. It's too similar.
メール、中にお手紙が入ってるんですか？はい、おそらく。開けちゃってもいいのかな？
Black and light gray. The gradient would just make light gray. Wait.
どうでしょうか？
We can't just leave it. We can't just leave it like that. For now, let's set it aside and we'll bring it back with us later.
そうですね。そうしましょう。
Black and white? Yeah, I guess. We separated it from the garbage we'd already collected. So far, it wouldn't, so it wouldn't be washed away.
さあ、ゴミ拾いに戻りましょうか。
There was still plenty more trash on the beach. Will we finish before the day is through?
もっと人手がいるな。
このままだと日が暮れちゃいますね。
Pink and white for 2 colors. Yeah, I could see that.
困りましたね。
It had been just about 2 hours since we had started to clean, yet there was no end in sight. It was no surprise that it had worn everyone out. I had my part-time job to worry about too.
お困りのようね。ユウとネガティブさんたち。
Fuck off. Go back to your own club.
なんなら、私たちが手助けしてもいいわよ。
Unless... This voice. I looked at the direction the voice came from.
じゃーん。
Alright, you know what? I'll give you the pass for now. Holy...
水着の響ちゃん with アクティブメンバー参上よ。
I don't know why Hibiki has frills on, though, when Shiori should be the one with frills.
どうよ、どうよ。
You're on swimsuits. I gave them a glance, then immediately got back to work collecting trash.
反応薄い。ちょっとユウ、どういうこと？
Listen, Hibiki, I don't know if you realized, you're at the bottom of the list. So, like, you know, the only thing I like about active is Shiori. Are you going for a swim in the ocean when it's still only June?
季節の先取りよ。っていうかユウも水着じゃない。
We're cleaning the beach. Cleaning the beach. We aren't out here having fun.
ああ、なるほどね。ってそうじゃなくて、もっと何かないの？
What about silver lingerie or panties? Now you're getting somewhere. See, light gray doesn't work. Silver. Now that's the color. That's a good color. What more would that be? Gold? No, not gold. It's the same as yellow, right? It's just like it's a darker shade of yellow. Bronze or copper. Okay, now you've just said brown and orange. Silver works. Okay. It's dependent on the shine, right? Because when you're thinking of silver, gold, bronze, or copper as bikini or lingerie, it's the difference between silver and light gray, or gold and yellow, or bronze and brown, or copper and orange is the shine, right? If it's too much, it looks like fucking what's the word? What's the material? Like fucking metallic pink. That sounds good. It looks too much like I don't know how to describe it. It's like that fucking foil that everyone used in fucking elementary school. Rose could work. See, because red is too mature, so and pink is good. The in between also works. What more would that be?
だから水着の私を見て恥ずかしいとか嬉しいとかドキドキするとか、そういう年相応のリアクションよ。
Age appropriate reactions. Sorry, but now's not the time. Such a lukewarm reaction was only possible after what happened with Kashima. He already got horny from Kashima, so like any other titties, you know.
私のセクシー&ビューティーな水着姿をまるで背景のように。
Would a light or dark purple work on a dominant lolly? Light purple I could see, dark purple I can't.
だったらこっちの二人はどう？
Isn't that Maya from Happy Maya? I don't know. I haven't played the game. Huh?
ほら、しおり、なぎ、ユウを脳殺しちゃって。脳殺って。
In contrast with Hibiki, Kaido looked embarrassed and shyly covered her chest.
どうやるんですか？
Hiragi looked as nonchalant as she always did.
ユウに向かって色っぽい声出してみて。
Shiori could never.
色っぽい声？無理よ、そんな恥ずかしい。
Her voice went shrill with shame. Dexter, can we stop talking about fucking colors? That's really hot, Kaido.
小日向先輩がそう言うなら。うふん、あはん。
She made sexy noises at me in a monotone voice.
東野先輩、どうですか？
Great, that was great. I don't know how to answer that.
色っぽかったでしょうか？
Yeah, I'll give you an A for effort. I had no other way to support her.
発展途上のしおりではまだ無理だったみたいね。
Aren't you casually dissing your friend? Don't say stuff like that while you look at Hiragi's chest.
こうなったらナギしかいないわ。手本を見せて。
Blue? Yes. Blue work really well. But like, stop bringing up. Shut up! Shut up! Hibiki gave Kaido a push on the back.
ちょっと響き。大人の魅力でユウを誘惑して。お願い、ナギお姉ちゃん。
Hibiki put her hands together and begged Kaido.
響にお姉ちゃんと呼ばれたら断れないじゃない。仕方ない。遠野、今からお前を瞬殺するわ。
I'm not gonna say anything, Dexter. It's make your head spin, not spin off. Spare me the instantaneous death. It was extra terrifying since Kaido could actually make it happen.
行くわよ。
She psyched herself up almost like she was at a martial arts match. Oh. Kaido moaned bright red from the neck up. Was she done yet? I'm sorry. Do you mind if I get back to picking up litter?
ちょっと待って。もう少しでできそうなんだから。
No, you really don't have to force yourself.
報われない努力なんて私は認めないわ。
You don't need to waste your time or energy on this.
姉としての意地よ。
Yeah, us elders both have it rough. I flitted a glance over at Ritsu as I said that.
なんで私を見たのかな。
My sisters seemed offended. No shit.
ナギはスルー。どうして妹見てるのよ、ユウ。
Oh, no reason.
私たち水着美少女には無反応なのに。シスコンも大概にしなさいよ。遠野、お前だから私たちを見ても冷静だったのね。リツ、逃げて。
No, Ritsu has the fucking brother complex. What do you mean? The damage of these unfounded rumors was spreading. That's not it. Anyway, you guys should be helping us out. Clean up the rocket debris. Don't play in the water.
もちろんそのために来たのよ。1、2。
Also, Hibiki said as she began performing radio calisthenics. You're totally raring to swim in the ocean.
準備運動はしっかりしないと。ここ案外波が高いのよ。
Are they?
今は干潮に近づいていく時間だから比較的安全だと思うけど。
Wow, you know a lot about this, Kaido.
違うのよ。これはそう走り込みでよく来るからそれで自然とね。
Really?
そうなのよ。別に詳しくなんかないから私。
Kaido was starting to panic.
ちょっとユウ、何二人だけで遊んでるなんてずるいわよ。
That's not what's happening. Wait, so you are planning to play around?
遊びながらついでにゴミも拾えばいいのよ。
Huh?
何事も楽しまなくっちゃ。ほらほら、ユウもいらっしゃいよ。
Hibiki smiled, grabbed my right hand, and dragged me to the water's edge.
ちょっと待ってください。
The president of negative snapped up my left hand and dragged me back. Oh no.
遊びと仕事をごっちゃにしないでください。不真面目ですよ。あと、うちの遠野くんを引き抜くのはやめてください。
I haven't joined either group. Kashima could be fairly overbearing herself.
そうだ、水着姿で誘惑しようなんて汚いぞ。だいたいユウは俺と同じで女性不信なんだ。
No, he really doesn't. No, I don't. Don't add even more. Don't add on even more rumors.
響ちゃん、お兄ちゃんは渡さないよ。
She's taking advantage of him. Now even Ritsu clung to my waist. Get off of me! It's too hot. I couldn't move a muscle.
あ、遠野先輩、少し大きめの波が来ます。
Huh?
冷たい。
What?
髪が濡れてしまいました。
ずぶ濡れ。
You notice how Shinji isn't in the CG? There's water up my nose. Everyone on the negative team was feeling down.
ユウ、それそれ。初泳ぎですね。
柊、ずいぶん変わった泳ぎ方ね。
立ち泳ぎです。日本古来の泳法だとか。
Everyone from active, on the other hand, was having fun.
ほらユウ、こっち来て一緒に遊ぶわよ。鹿島さんたちも。
私たちはゴミ拾い中です。
固いこと言ってないで、休憩も必要よ。リラックスしてないと能力を 100% 発揮できないわ。
You're always playing around at 100% though.
なるほど。勉強になります。
Hiragi, don't let Hibiki be a bad influence.
鹿島さん、リツ、行くわよ。
Hibiki laughed, splashing water at Kashima and the other members from the negative.
目に水が入っちゃったよ、お兄ちゃん。
Are you all right, Ritsu?
ユウ、俺も目に水が。
Shut up! You're not even in the CG! I seriously did not care.
楽しい、嬉しい。
I didn't care if it shows nipples. It would not make sense if it showed nipple. Hibiki wasn't in top form and becoming all the more spirited by the second. Hibiki, you idiot. I immediately looked away. What?
あ、ユウ、今照れたわね。やっと私の魅力に気づいたのね。勝った。
Hibiki was really getting amped up. Wait. Stop. Don't move. Don't jiggle.
響、待ってストップ。
小日向先輩、水着がちょっとずれてます。え？
My childhood friend's voice resounded into the summer sky. See, it didn't show anything. I'm not looking. I only saw a teensy bit.
ってことは、見たじゃない、この変態。
I try to look away. It's your fault for being where I can see you.
責任取ってよね。今夜うちに挨拶に来て。
No.
私の両親に会ってよね。
Especially not that. Isn't that a little much of a leap? Hibiki was more of an old-fashioned woman than I thought.
何？
My childhood friend clung to her cousin in tears.
遠野、あんた私の妹同然の響を怪我したわね。
Okay, and
海の木図になればいいわ。その後、私がゴミと一緒に始末してあげる。
Kato took an Aikido stance. The look in her eyes was serious. Crap. I was about to be slaughtered. No. That was just an unfortunate accident. Right, Ritsu? Hiragi? Don't... I looked at my little sister and underclassmen for help.
こうして塩をかけると勝手に出てくるんです。
詳しいね。
The two of them were heartwarmingly enough off collecting clams. Useless. Hey, Kashima, Shinji. This time I called out to my pair of classmates.
遠野くん、助けてあげたいのは山々ですが。
What do you mean?
小日向さんの胸を見てしまった以上、入籍も仕方ないかと。
What do you mean? You're on her side? The voice break was on purpose. I never imagined Hibiki and Kashima would ever be on the same page. Seriously, were men required to go to such lengths once they saw a woman's boobs? I'd seen Hibiki's and Ritsu's breasts plenty of times when we were little kids, though.
ユウ、俺はお前を支持するぞ。
An ally finally appeared. Right? Well then, help me out of here.
それは無理だ。
Fuck!
怖くて水着の女のそばになんか近寄れない。
You're something else. You and your nippleless chest. This guy was the most useless. I guess I could only believe in myself. Hibiki, Kaido, there are sea cucumbers at your feet.
どこどこ？
そんな気持ち悪いもの。
Time to leave! Get the fuck out!
こらト
I took the opening while they both looked away to dash away at full speed.
待て！せめてうちの部に入れ！
I need to go to work, you know,
責任を取れト
as if I'll join.
入って私と青春しろ！
Shut up!
いえ、私たちと青春してください！
Not you two. At some point, Kashima had joined in their pursuit. Damn it, like hell, I can enjoy my youth. As I basked on the rays of the summer sunlight in the blistering heat, with girls' shrill voices at my back, that was when I yelled at, as I ran full tilt across the sandy beach. After a brief run, the girl I ran past laughed and said it to me. Senpai, you're sure living your youth to the fullest. Not you too! You cannot tell me your first fucking line in this fucking game has the word youth in it.